to FireStar Tarot. I am Empress Egypt. Welcome. Before we get into your reading, you guys, I will be providing timestamps down below for you guys to bypass the intro. I do ask if you're new here to go through the intro a few times just to get familiar with me as a reader. Obviously, too, if you are catching this as a premiere, sorry, I can barely talk today, Libra. If you are catching this as a premiere, you won't be able to use those timestamps until the premiere is over, okay? I apologize for any inconvenience. That's just the way YouTube works, all right? So my chats are open, you guys. If you guys do have any questions that you want me to incorporate into the reading, start asking your questions in the comments down below and in the chat box. And what I'll do is, like I said, I'll incorporate those questions into the reading. I will incorporate your energy into the reading. Not only that, but you're putting your energy into the universe. Therefore, it'll just kind of be easier for your messages to come through, okay? So Libra, remember you guys, energy is very fluid, okay? It's so fluid that masculine and feminine are energies that we all possess, which means you have to use discernment to figure out who's in their masculine and who's in their feminine. Also, energy is so fluid that the roles can be switched, okay? So if I'm not speaking to you, I could be speaking to your person, Libra, or vice versa. Cross watchers, same thing. If you are interested in the Libra and you are cross-checking in on a Libra, remember to switch the roles if need be, okay? Also, too, you guys, I do title my videos accordingly to the reading, so I will use the most important part of the reading to title the video. So if you do see something within the title that resonates for you, there should be messages within the reading. Remember, not all of the messages in this reading are going to fit to your life to a T. You may find a few messages. This entire reading may resonate for you. Again, it's hard to say who these readings are for, so that's up to you to figure it out. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't resonate. If it does, it does. If it doesn't resonate, check back next week. I will be doing weekly readings from here on out, okay? So Libra, I think that's pretty much it. Remember, if you find this reading, whenever you find it, my readings are timeless. So of course, you know, time doesn't exist on my channel, okay? Chronological timing does not exist, which means it's all about divine timing. It's about allowing things to fall into place no matter how long they take, okay? So Libra, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. I wanted to go ahead and just pull the energy and see where you were at, see where your person was at, and of course, just the mutual energy between you two, okay? So starting with your energy, you did receive the Page of Swords. So I do see here, Libra, that you do want to either make an offer, you want someone to give you an offer, you want someone to be very clear with you, obviously this person, okay? You want them to be clear with you. You want them to take action. You want them to make an offer. You want them to at least, you know, just give you a phone call and let you know what they're doing, you know? It's not an energy of needing them, but it's an energy of wanting them, right? It's an idea of seeing your future, seeing a future conversation play out in your head, you know, seeing future events in your head. This is definitely an energy of wanting something new with this person. I also feel like you may have been in your head for a while here, Libra, and it's an energy of wanting to get out of your head, wanting to think in a new way, wanting to bring new things into existence and take action towards your own energy in your own life as well. Now, I do see with the Strength card here in reverse, you could have Leo in your chart. If not, you just, you know, or your person does, or if not, it's just this energy of Leo, right? Remember, you guys, we all possess 12 zodiac signs within us, you know, depending on our charts, how they're placed. We may have others more than others, right? You get what I'm saying. My point is that with this Leo energy in reverse, I just feel like there was a lot of weaknesses behind this, okay? Meaning that this new way of thinking is because you felt weak for so long. I feel like whatever this person did to you, or maybe the actions of others or the lack of actions of others, created this energy of feeling weak, Libra, feeling like emotionally you were not worth it, or emotionally, you know, no one would ever give to you the way you felt for them. So I feel like this struggle was a long process for you. And I feel like because of this long process of feeling weak, feeling too weak for someone to accept, or feeling that, you know, how someone treats you makes you feel even weaker, an energy of people putting you down is what I feel, honestly, Libra. And I feel like this struggle actually created your stability emotionally, okay, with the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like, honestly, emotionally, you're stable, but I also feel like this hard work that you had to put into your emotions also created this really strong work ethic with you, to the point where now it's like you're stable for yourself. And if you're not here, Libra, don't worry about it. This energy is coming through, so it will take place. I feel like ultimately this person, or the lack of this person's actions, or what they did to you when they walked away emotionally, right? Or maybe you walked away from them because emotionally they were hurting you. Again, take it how it resonates. Don't make things fit. But I just feel like not having the passionate beginning that you wanted with this person, whether this was your choice or not, okay? Regardless, the fact that this intimate connection never took off created a lot of weaknesses, or at least you felt weak during this energy. But again, this is what creates that stability within your energy. This is what creates the stability to say, you know what, I deserve to have a new way to think about this. I deserve actions being taken towards me. I deserve to cut out bullshit that doesn't serve me. It's a very strong energy of a new way for you, Libra, okay? Also too, excuse me, I cannot talk today. Also with the Swords energy, this is your energy, okay? I do feel like you had to think about this for a long time, clearly, Libra. And I feel like it did weigh you down a lot. But again, I feel this energy of you accepting this and, again, creating something new from it. So it's an absolutely good energy to be in. It really is. I feel like, you know, yes, you've come from a place of weakness, a place of, and if you even look at it that way, right? Because the Strength card is the Strength card. Whether you look at it as a weakness or not, it's still the Strength card, even when it's in reverse, right? It's still strength, right? Just not having the strength that was needed, or at least not having the strong connection that was needed that you so deserved and were desiring, okay? So again, I feel like this person had shut you down. I do. For some of you guys, you may have shut this person down because, again, you felt something that wasn't right. So ultimately, Libra, you're standing in your power here. It's a new way of thinking for you. It's a new way of seeing things. It's being stable for yourself and taking action towards the things that are only stable, okay? Not things that are weak, but things that are strong. So it's definitely a beautiful energy. I do feel like you're treading the waters lightly when it comes to love, when it comes to adventure, just because you've been burned by this intimate connection or the lack of it. So I do feel like you've got your guard up just a little bit when it comes to allowing people to step into your emotions or to step into your heart space. So you may not be wanting an intimate connection right now in this energy. That's not to say that all of you guys are there. I do see some of you guys in this energy saying, you know what, right now, intimate connections just aren't for me. I'm going to really focus on my money. I'm going to focus on being stable. I'm going to focus on bringing in this new energy into my life. But for others of you guys, I do feel like you still think about this intimate connection not being, you know, had. And obviously when we get into the shared space, it'll break that down a lot more. Okay. Now moving on to your person's energy. We do have the Judgment card for their overall energy. So I do feel like they're making a final decision here, Libra. Okay. I feel like they've made their final decision within this energy. I do feel like there was a lot of shadows, a lot of, you know, fears that they had to face within this energy, but it's definitely them being very direct when it comes to the things that set them on fire. Okay. The things that are desirable to them, the things that are worth putting the effort and the work into, okay? They've made a final decision with what it is that they're doing, with what it is that they want. Again, coming from a dark place. So I do feel like, you know, this person may have kind of like juggled you. If not juggled you, just kind of may have been direct with others, but I do feel like they are going to make this decision when it comes to something that they didn't see properly when they made the decisions of the past, okay? Because it's coming from an energy of the Judgment in reverse, clarifying, okay? So again, the decisions they didn't make, the things that they didn't allow to, it's like they didn't accept things here. They didn't accept the circumstances. They didn't accept their actions or their choices. With the Judgment, not only in the upright, but the Judgment in the reverse. Again, this person battled back and forth a whole lot, Libra, when it came to making decisions. This person in the past did not make decisions. And so now they're in this current energy of making final decisions, period, all across the board. Okay. With the Moon card in reverse, specifically, they're seeing something within emotions, okay? And we will clarify all of these cards. This is just to help me save a little bit of time and to also give you guys longer readings, okay? Again, this person that you're inquiring about here, okay? Again, I feel like in the past, they may have not expressed how they truly felt, or you may have expressed how you really felt to this person and they denied that, right? They chose to believe that it wasn't true is what I'm feeling, okay? But they're no longer in this energy. They're seeing that. They're seeing that they chose to dismiss things emotionally that they may have actually felt but were covering up here, okay? So I do feel like there's this energy of making a final decision to address these things that they never made a final decision with emotionally when it comes to you. So I do feel like there were things that, again, when this connection ended, there were things left unsaid. And that makes sense as to why you're trying to create this new energy of clarity and, closure for yourself aside from this person, right? So I do feel like this person does want to express how they feel emotionally. I don't feel like, I don't know. We're too soon into the reading to be able to tell at this point, but I do feel like they want to communicate with you, period. I do feel like they know that they never made a final decision with you, and they are making this final decision with you because they see something now that they didn't see before, okay? Again, they're really getting out of their head here with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So this does tell me that they've been in their head for a long time about the things that they never decided on, about the things that they never expressed emotionally here, okay? In their past energy, there was a lot of illusions. There was a lot of clouded judgment. In this energy, it's no more. They've made the final decision to say, no, I'm going to see things clearly when it comes to the matters of the heart. I'm going to see things clearly when it comes to the things that I've been putting off, the things that I have been thinking about for a while now. So I do feel like they may be just a little bit kind of, where to start first, right? But again, they're taking the action that is needed when it comes to, again, the way they have been thinking, okay? So again, a lot of energy, your person's definitely in a different, not necessarily a different energy, but just, I feel like you guys are mutually both taking action when it comes to yourself, when it comes to the things that you have had to deal with in your circumstances from different points of views. But I do feel like this person, again, still has a hard time with where to start. Okay, they're still, even though they're making this final decision, they're still a little bit like kind of in this energy of, okay, well, how do I do this? Where do I go, right? Not necessarily feeling lost, but feeling like, okay, all right, now that I accept it, what's next? So mutually overall energy. Excuse me if I can even get it here. The first card you did get was the Page of Wands, okay? So definitely both of you guys want a new passionate beginning with each other, okay? Mutually, you guys both desire each other equally here. And I do feel like this new offer will be made. Now, who's gonna make the offer first? That's kind of a different story, right? And we will dive into it, but sorry, I'm having a hard time here. My nails are too long to pick things up. And yeah, if you know me personally and you wanna piss me off, and I need a quarter, throw a quarter on the ground. I'll never be able to pick it up. It'll take me forever, okay? It is what it is. Funny story, I'm gonna tell you, Libra, and I gotta give a shout out to my friend, the Bougie Unicorn. Go check her out. She actually sells Scentsy, and she's awesome at making her Scentsies. Anyways, go check her out. She's over on Instagram, you guys. I'll plug in her link down below. But we were having a conversation because if you guys have long nails, you know the struggle. I went to the gas station to pay for gas, and I've never had my nails this long. Well, I've had them this long for about a year now, but before I've always kept them at a somewhat of a shorter length so I can get credit cards and stuff out of my wallet. But I went to the gas station, and this was a while back ago. I went to the gas station, I put the credit card in, and I tried to take the credit card out, and I couldn't grasp it with my nails. Panicked for about 30 minutes, had to get the gas attendant to come out and help me because my credit card was stuck in the machine. Not stuck, but I couldn't get it out, okay? So shout out to my friend over at the Bougie Unicorn. She totally said, girl, just carry tweezers around. So that's what I do. So a little tip of advice for you guys who may be struggling with the long nails: grab a pair of tweezers and keep them on you. Okay, so anyways, I should have tweezers here on the desk. Maybe it'd be a little bit easier for me. But again, both of you guys mutually want this intimate connection, okay? Both of you guys think about the emotions that you abandoned, okay? So whether you were on the receiving or the giving end, Libra, if this person walked away from you emotionally, this person is feeling how they walked away from you emotionally. They also think about walking back to you emotionally, being stable for you, right? Emotionally. I also feel like you feel this. You just feel them walking away from you here. And this is why I said, when it comes to you trying to create something new, you're still holding on a little bit when it comes to this passionate beginning that never started. So, there's a lot of pain within this energy, even though you guys both desire each other intimately and you guys desire this new beginning that just sprouts life, that sprouts excitement, that sprouts adventure, passion, desire, creation. You guys are both hurt. Okay. I also feel like both of you guys had to hurt in order to fully be able to picture and envision this new beginning, okay? It was also clarified by the Empress in reverse, okay? So there was an unbalancing emotionally, right? Obviously, this is why this person walked away emotionally, because they were unbalanced emotionally, okay? The Empress is here. Whether you are the Empress or whether this is the Empress within your counterpart and you, the point is it's still in reverse, and this is mutual energy, so it is both of you guys, right? Both of you guys are struggling when it comes to your emotions. Both of you guys were unbalanced emotionally. Also clarified by the Five of Swords, this is why it was defeated, okay? Straight up, it came through very, very clear. All right. So yes, both of you guys desire this new connection. However, this new connection would not have existed, right? This mutual new wanting and desiring a new beginning, a creation between two, would not have really existed on this level without the pain of losing, right? Without the abandonment of emotions, right? Or the lack of emotions. Again, without the unbalancing of this feminine energy, without the unbalancing of emotions, without the defeat within this dynamic, this new creation would not have existed. Okay. You also received in the mutual shared space, the Five of Wands. Okay. So competition. So mutually, you guys feel like you're going to have to fight for each other. Mutually, you guys feel like, you know, there may be someone else. Okay. I also feel like in different times, okay, you had to compete or at least fight for this person's affection, and I feel like they may have felt that too, obviously, with the mutual energy. And why I say may have is because it would have been in a different way, okay? I feel like if you felt like you had to fight for this person, you had to always fight for this person's attention, this person always felt like you had a lot of attention and maybe they didn't know how to fight for it. Does that make sense? It would be in a different way. I do feel like, obviously, both of you guys feel this on a spiritual level with the Two of Cups. Both of you guys feel the exact same way when it comes to the dreams. Why are you thinking about this person? How come you can't let this person go? Why do you feel so deeply and so strongly for this person? And you've never felt this before. Both of you guys are in this place. Both of you guys accept that this is a union, that both of you guys accept that it is a spiritual union that is divinely guided. I feel like both of you guys have been on a spiritual journey when it comes to yourself. I do feel twin flame vibes. I'm not going to lie, okay? Now, that's not to say that this is confirmation that this is a twin flame, but, you know, definitely this could be, you know, one of those choices in life that you guys have to make, whether or not you choose to take this twin flame journey or not, right? This soul tie, this divinely guided connection, even separation, okay? But again, I feel like both of you guys, you know, are definitely in an energy of still fighting for this connection, period, especially with the Five of Wands and the Two of Cups. You guys are willing to fight, okay? I do feel like both of you guys feel like you're going to have to fight for it, but both of you guys, whether you admit it or not, are willing to work on this, are willing to fight for this, okay? Now, it's getting you guys on this page at the same time is going to be obviously the struggle, but we will get there, okay? Also, it was clarified by the Page of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Again, this is why I feel like the offer may have been avoided or the offer was never made. I feel like your person felt like they couldn't compete with maybe some of the people you were talking to, or maybe some of the people within your energy, family, friends, maybe even other people that this person literally had to compete with for an intimate connection, or vice versa, okay? Again, because there's a lot of competition within this energy. So I feel like in past tense, again, there may have been a lot of people surrounding the connection, okay? So there were a lot of choices, a lot of options. And I feel like ultimately the choice was made, the option was made to not offer because it would have been too hard to fight for, at least in that past energy. And I feel like both of you guys are right now in an energy of fighting for what you truly desire, not fighting for the other person. So I feel like your energy has changed in that way, right? I feel like in the past you may have fought for this person's attention or fought for this person's love, but now you're in an energy of fighting for what it is that you truly deserve, whether this person takes that action or not. Yes, you want this person to take that action. Clearly it's coming through, right? Because this person is your weakness. They are, you know, who you think would emotionally suffice, right? So again, both of you guys are feeling this though, right? Both of you guys are feeling this connection. It's just that I feel like in past tense, there was a lot of having to fight for this connection. And maybe you guys, you know, had some heated discussions, maybe, and it doesn't have to be, because I'm not feeling it like majorly, but I feel like for some of you guys, you may have had some heated discussions pertaining to, you know, maybe other people, right? Maybe your person was hanging out with someone you didn't like, or you were getting bad vibes from, or maybe you felt like they were pulling them away from you. You get what I'm saying? There was a lot of having to fight for attention and fight for time here, fight for passion, fight for the creation of this connection, period, okay? With the Hermit though, you guys are both trusting your intuition. You've both gone within here, okay? You've both chose to, you know, after all of this has finally just kind of settled, right? And you guys are both in this current energy. It's like you guys have just kind of settled to the point where it's like, you know what? Who cares what other people think, right? Who cares what other people say? I know what I feel on the inside. I know what I desire. I know what I need to work hard on. And I know that God, universe will deliver, right? It's an energy of just fully trusting what is meant to be, and what will happen, right? It's just that kind of energy. So I do feel like you guys have really come a far way. Overall, I feel like both of you guys are on your individual paths during this separation. I obviously feel separation. I feel no communication. I feel, again, separation, no communication, possible twin flame and separation. So let's start breaking this down. Okay, let's start diving deeper here, because obviously this is a lot of energy. Yes, where to go first? Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this Page of Swords energy for you. All right, I want to dive deeper, right? I want to know what these new ideas are of yours. I want to know what it is that you're taking action towards, okay? Or what is it that you want action to be taken towards? Spirit, what's going on within this Page of Swords energy for my Libras? Show me what I can see, please, and show my Libras what they need to see. Okay, first step. Okay, that card shouldn't have been in here, and interesting enough, it came out because it's not supposed to be a part of this deck. So, but let's take it because obviously, wow, the Three of Cups, being happy. Okay, so definitely, I'm putting it back in the deck, but definitely you are, you know, taking action towards happiness. Very beautiful energy. Spirit, let's go ahead and confirm this Page of Swords. And what are these new ideas, this new action? Show me what I need to see, please. Okay, so both hidden from you, we do have the Wanderer energy, no more, okay? No more feeling lost, no more player energy, and there it is, no more feeling lost, straight up. So again, I feel like this is just you really claiming your power here. Yes, and it's bringing you good fortune. I feel like Libra, you're standing in your power. You're not lost anymore. You're not blind. You're not walking around blindly. You know what it is you want. You know what it is you're worth. It's definitely an energy of being stable emotionally for yourself, but still wanting something else because this something else makes you feel weak, right? It's an energy of just not being able to let go of this person, but you're not obsessed with them. You're not doing everything in your life to, you know, make sure that you somehow get to this person. You're just leaving it to the universe. You're leaving it to God. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If it's not, it's not. And that's an absolutely beautiful energy to be in, Libra. Literally, good fortune is coming your way because of it. The universe will gift you because of this. Absolutely beautiful. So when it comes to your new ideas, your new dreams, your new visions, what actions will you actually be taking here, okay? Let's take a look at the actions. Let's take a look at the actions here. The physical 3D action, Spirit. Let's see what you're doing in this 3D world. Let's see what you're doing in this playground. Okay, a card did flip. We do have closure, the things that haven't been closed, the doors that haven't been closed. So I do feel like you're going to have a reunion. I do feel like this person, I feel like you're going to have another chance with this person. And I feel like that's honestly, without you directly realizing it, and that's why it kind of took a minute to come out, I feel like you don't know this, but working hard on the things that make you feel weak, working hard on why you feel the way you do about this person, right? The work that needed to be done with this abandonment, the feeling defeated, right? The being unbalanced emotionally is why you are emotionally stable, or why you will be emotionally stable, okay? So it's almost this energy of you trying to figure it out, trying to find closure is what I felt like you guys did for a long time on your own within this energy. You tried to find closure. You tried to figure out how to close that door, but the door never closed. Maybe this person kept coming in and out, kept coming in and out. I felt like you never closed that door with this person, and I feel like you still haven't. And I do feel like because you held on to what it was that you felt and you didn't deny it, and you tried to work with what was thrown at you, this is why you're going to be gifted. And I feel like this door that stayed open might just have that same person wandering back in, okay? Now, I do feel like because you're in this energy of no longer being lost and no longer dealing with that wanderer kind of, in other words, you're going to put your foot down with anything that is not consistent, that is not stable and long lasting. So if this person comes in an energy of, you know, hit or miss, tag you're it, you're going to be like, no. You may have that door open. They may be able to come in and get a hot meal, you know, fill your presence, but ultimately you're going to be like, no, I see the truth here. And I'm stable emotionally, so I don't need you to fulfill me emotionally. Yes, I'm weak for you. Yes, you know, I feel the absence of what it is that I truly desire. And yes, I desire you, and yes, I'll keep that door open for you. You know, I'm not going to close that door, but at the same time, I feel like, you know, it's because you haven't had closure, right? It's honestly what I'm feeling, right? When it comes to your heart, when it comes to love, when it comes to emotions. And so I feel like this person, again, with the moon energy, they know they've been hiding something here. This person didn't express to you how they felt and they wandered away. And so this is why you're feeling a lot of this new action being taken towards something new. I feel like you're working really hard on yourself, and I feel like you don't know this, but I feel like this person's going to come back in because this is your good fortune. But again, this goes back to you mutually learning that this defeat was needed, right? This ending was needed for you guys to be able to address your wounds. Maybe for you, Libra, it was, you know, not having the emotions you needed stably on your own first, right? And depending on this person to give you emotionally when you don't need that. You need to give yourself emotionally, right? This is that energy. This is what's taking place. Very, very beautiful. So I do feel like you're going to be rewarded with love, okay? I feel like because you worked so hard here, Libra, when it comes to the things that you couldn't get closure on, when it comes to the things that had you lost and had you feeling like you didn't know where you were going and you were walking around blindly, you will have good fortune, and that good fortune will be love. I do feel like your struggle is going to be this, though. I feel like your struggle is going to be what that is, the questioning. What is this new love? What is my good fortune? Again, struggling with the new things. So I do feel like there is struggle when it comes to actually creating this new love, or creating, you know, whatever this is that you're focused on. Obviously, Spirit's not coming through being very specific because there's lots of you guys trying to create different things, right? But overall, this is just really saying, you know, that because you're focused on new ways of thinking, because you're focused on new ways of taking action, when this person comes in, you're going to see clearly, right? And I feel like this door was never supposed to be closed. I'm going to be honest with you. Yeah, I feel like, you know, I feel like maybe possibly too, the situation was not supposed to happen. Maybe the separation wasn't supposed to take place, right? But it did take place, right? For healing. So interesting enough, I feel like you feel like this separation wasn't supposed to happen. You do. And I also feel like the separation was obviously needed for healing, but I feel like this is why you're not, and maybe this is why possibly you're struggling here, right? Maybe you're struggling because you're not 100% healed quite yet. Right? Yes, you're working on it. You're becoming emotionally stable for yourself, right? Good things are coming because of this, because of all the hard work you've put in. But I feel like you're still struggling with what that new beginning is going to be like, because you still have a door open for the past, right? So it's almost like, okay, well, yes, I'm trusting in the universe. I'm trusting that what's meant for me will come. You know, I see clearly now. I'm stable emotionally, but there's still something I'm kind of holding on to from the past. I'm going to keep that door open just in case they come back, right? But this struggle is helping you heal. Okay, does that make sense? So it's not that you're not healing, okay? Because you are healing. You've been healing. You've been working on healing this entire time. But I feel like you're going to still struggle a little bit because you're still in the process of healing. Okay, does that make sense? So very interesting, grounded with rest. Yeah, definitely. Right? Spirit's saying that when you're struggling, when it comes to the things that you're going to have, the new things, okay, the new creations, the new ideas, you know, that you're really thinking about here, Spirit's saying to let it rest. Okay, not to necessarily let it rest, but to take your time to heal and to rest. Take time. Okay, take time is what I'm hearing here. So let's go ahead and clarify this Strength card. Let's go ahead and clarify your weaknesses here. Okay, your weaknesses are the things that you were emotionally draining, right? The things that were emotionally draining you, okay? So I feel like this person obviously emotionally drained you, and I feel like that was your weakness, but I feel like you're addressing that, okay? I feel like you no longer want to be emotionally drained from this person because it makes you feel weak, or physically, maybe for some of you guys, this person did emotionally drain you and you did become sick. You did become weak. Spirit, let's go ahead and get one more card for this Strength card, please. One more card for the Strength card, please. All right, let's move on to the next card. That's all Spirit has to say, okay? Let's go ahead and take a look at this, the Queen of Pentacles here, Spirit. What is this? Stable emotions. The emotional, stable emotions. Sorry, I'm all over the place, Libra. I just started getting downloads. Apologies. Spirit, let's go ahead and get a clarification for this Queen of Pentacles, please. Okay, so I'm seeing a caution sign, okay? I'm definitely seeing flashing yellow lights. So let's see what's going on here. And look, feminine's at the bottom of this deck. So for my feminine energies, you guys, I am seeing a little bit of caution, mothering, nurturing, okay? Also clarified with, healing. Okay, so that's just a warning coming through for my feminine energies here, especially those of you with, Taurus in your chart, or even just Earth in your chart. There's a strong caution coming through when it comes to your emotions. It's about healing your emotions and nurturing your own emotions and no longer allowing people to emotionally drain you, okay? Spirit, let's go ahead and clarify this Page of Wands, please. Why is this Page of Wands here? What's going on within this Page of Wands? This lack of desire or this not having, you're getting out of your karma. I feel like you're almost there. Do you see the way that landed? It's like if this was a clock and this was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you get what I'm saying, all the way to noon or 1 or whatever, you get what I'm saying. This is like almost there. This would be like around the 9, right? Taking the final steps. I do feel like it's crossing you though, okay? But I do feel like you're almost out of a bad cycle. I feel like you're about to begin a new journey here. I'm gonna be honest with you. Spirit, let's get one more card for this Page of Wands, please. But I feel like you've been stripped of your, what it is that you truly desire. Your desire is here. And so, Spirit is saying that you're almost through a karmic cycle, right? Yeah, the Deviant, imprisonment, right? You've been imprisoned by bad karma, right? By learning lessons. And you're almost out of this cycle. Yes, look, preservation, right? Spirit's coming through and saying that this separation is not forever, that this separation was just preserving, what was... It's like when you met this person, Libra, you had a whole lot of love to give. You had a whole lot of emotions to express, okay? You may have given all of your love and expressed all of your love to this person, and it was a lot for them to deal with, and they ran and not expressed. They ran leaving things secret and not making a decision and being trapped and imprisoned within their own thoughts, right? This is why they're needing to make a final decision. But I feel like when it comes to you, you have been imprisoned within your thoughts, within your heart space, more your heart space, Libra, than your thought process. And I feel like this has really impacted your life. I feel like you've been feeling like you've just been living in a karmic cycle, bad luck after bad luck, not knowing when it's going to let up, really missing this connection and still desiring this connection, but just trying really hard to stay stable for yourself, because it was like, even though you felt weak on the inside, from the outside, you tried to be stable, you tried to be nurturing to others, but I feel like you were trying to be nurturing to this person and they didn't nurture you. And I feel like you're nurturing people around you and there's still this emotional drainage that hasn't been totally addressed. But I feel like that's what you're working on. Does that make sense? I feel like people who take from you emotionally, you're learning how to not let them take all of you. You're learning also how to put that back into yourself. And if you haven't, that's what is going to be your struggle and your learning lesson, okay, throughout this separation. All right. Grounded with no, okay, and dowsing rods. So I feel a really strong message coming through too here. I feel like for some of you guys, you may have been asking the question, am I this person's karmic? Was this just a bad learning lesson? Was this my karmic? No. Okay. This is why the karma's almost in the reverse, right? It's almost just, it was just this separation was needed to preserve, right? I feel like if this person, if you had stayed in a connection and you got what it was that you truly desired, I feel like this person would have really emotionally drained you and you would have had nothing left. I feel like universe comes in and separates this connection for you to be able to refuel yourself, to refuel your emotions, your heart space. I feel like this person depleted you, took everything from you emotionally, and it left you on empty. And I feel like you've been filling it back up here. Straight up. This imprisonment you've been working hard on. Very beautiful energy. But I feel like for some of you guys, again, you asked if you were this person's karmic or if this person was your karmic. Spirit's coming through very clearly and saying no. No. Okay. No, this person didn't imprison you, okay? No, this was not your bad karma. And so again, it's just that perspective, right? Of not seeing necessarily the negative aspects of it, but seeing the positive behind it. Seeing how much more stronger you are emotionally because of this, right? No longer seeing things incomplete or not seeing things fully. So Spirit wants you to know that this imprisonment is almost over, okay? Again, there's unfinished business at the bottom of this deck, okay? This is why this door is still open. So let's go ahead and move on to your person's energy here, right? Spirit, let's go ahead and take a look at this judgment, please. Let's go ahead and take a look at this final decision that Libra's person of interest is making. Spirit, let's go ahead and get a few cards, please, for this final decision. We do have the heart. So they're making a final decision when it comes to their heart, the things that they've kept secret, their emotions, okay? They obviously have a lot of love for you here, and they know that they need to make a decision because you do have that door open, but eventually you're going to shut that door. That's how they're feeling, right? Especially with this competition, there may be someone you're talking to or someone they see, or they may just be deathly afraid that someone's going to make you an offer and they're going to miss their chance here. But this person definitely knows that they need to make a decision when it comes to love, conflicted by prayers and meditation. This person's praying and trying to figure it out. Remember when I told you that, yes, they're making a final decision, but I felt like they were having a hard time where to start? This is why they're praying. This is why they're taking the time to meditate and focus, because they know emotionally what it is that they feel. They've addressed this now. It's no longer being kept a secret, okay? Spirit, let's go ahead and get one or two more cards, please, for this judgment. Yeah, because they don't have peace. There's no balance within this energy. And so ultimately they know that they have to take action and make a final decision because they're not happy. They're unhealthy in this energy, right? Of covering up how they truly feel, not expressing what's really on their heart, right? Not making a final decision. But I just feel like they're really struggling. They know that they're not happy when they hold things in and they don't express how they feel. They know they're not happy and there's no peace within this energy. They're praying, they're trying to figure it out. They do love you and they know they need to make a final decision when it comes to this, right? They're just still learning. The wisdom is in reverse here. Okay, they're still trying to figure it out. They're still learning. Okay, and the haunted house unfinished business did come out. Okay, straight up, it came out and it landed. So yeah, this person knows that there's unfinished business with you. They know that they never made a final decision, and ultimately they know that you are their heart, you are their love, okay? And that without you, there's no peace. They know there's unfinished business here. Very interesting. So let's tap into this moon. What is it that they know emotionally about you here? Spirit, what's going on within this moon energy in reverse? The moon here in reverse. Adaptation. So right now they're just really struggling when it comes to changing, when it comes to adapting to this. I feel like honestly, this has probably tipped their scales, Libra, if you know what I'm saying. I feel like they've been in their logic here and now they're making a final decision to, you know, to allow their emotions to come out, to allow their emotions that they've been bottling up to be released. And so again, they're gonna struggle here. They're gonna struggle to figure out, you know, how to handle these new emotions. Again, they're really disturbed. They know there's unfinished business, but again, they're praying because they're having a hard time when it comes to actually changing this. Again, I feel like there's a lot of things of how do I do this now? Bottom of the deck, we do have honesty in reverse. Again, they're releasing it, right? They know that they weren't honest in the past energy, so they're having a hard time with how to change that. How do they change, you know, not being honest? How do they change lies? How do they change deceit? Even within their own energy here, right? Because you've got to understand that if they didn't express to you how they felt, they were lying to themselves about how they felt, right? Not releasing it, being bottled up inside. They weren't staying true to themselves, right? They weren't nurturing themselves with the woman in reverse, right? So again, they're having a hard time changing, right? I didn't see it now. Now I know how I feel. Now I'm addressing it, but I don't know how to change it. The actions have already happened, right? The separation has already taken place. I've already caused this energy, right? So again, it's having a hard time nurturing themselves, learning how to nurture themselves, you know, learning how to use universe and ask for guidance and to get help, right? To create the peace that's needed to be able to take the action. So I feel like right now, the only thing they're really struggling with, is actually learning. It's actually learning why, and of course, how. Just like you've been working on it, Libra, Libra, your person is basically starting to awaken now, and they're about to go through, you know, what it is that you went through, okay? Now, that's not to say that it's going to take as long. It could take longer. It could be shorter. So let's go ahead and clarify a little bit more here, Spirit. Let's go ahead and get one more card for this moon card, please. One more card for this moon card. Let's go through the deck one time, please. Okay, nothing else for the moon cards. Let's go ahead and move on to this decision that was never made. Reflection on the bottom is in the reverse though. So again, I feel like, you know, the reason they never changed and the reason they never addressed them, you know, how they felt with you is because they never looked in the mirror. Again, they weren't acknowledging what they were hiding here, okay? They weren't looking in the mirror and saying, you know what? Something's not right. It was like they chose to just act like everything was okay, even though it wasn't. It was like a huge mask being worn and a huge mask being taken off. Does that make sense? Yeah, so most definitely. Let's go ahead and see what they never made a final decision with here. What was it that they juggled this decision with? What is this decision they juggled? We do have pendulum, uncertainty, okay? It was because they didn't know. They really didn't. They were just in an energy of not being able to make a decision because they didn't know with you. They didn't know what this was that they felt. They didn't know how to express how they felt because they didn't even know it themselves. They were keeping it bottled inside. Again, they were disturbed within their own energy. So there was a lot of uncertainty within their energy. They come to you, you give them all these emotions, and they were still uncertain because doesn't matter how much you give to someone. If they're uncertain, they're uncertain. And also too, birds of a feather flock together. So they tend to attract someone uncertain. So I feel like when it came to this person, Libra, you were really certain. But when it came to you, you were uncertain. Okay. I also feel like this goes back to mutually both of you guys learning how to nurture yourself, again, with the unstable emotions. Okay. Spirit, let's get one more card for this final decision that was never made. This final decision that was needed to be made but never made. Yeah, the palm, fate. Again, this was the struggle, right? I feel like this person felt something with you here, Libra, that was spiritual that they had never felt before. They didn't bring this to the existence. They didn't spring this into action. They didn't bring it to the existence because they were struggling. They didn't know what it was. They were uncertain, right? And I feel like they were not trusting their intuition because they were uncertain. They were a weary individual in this energy. They were a disturbed energy. So even if they wanted to trust their intuition would have still been misjudged. Does that make sense? Because they weren't balanced. They couldn't see properly, just like you, right? And so yes, I do feel like they struggled when it came to what they felt with you, right? Not being sure, not knowing. And so they may have fated the situation instead of allowing destiny to play. Or is it, right? Or was not this all just a part of the plan? Remember, because this is their perception. This is their perception that they're struggling with and making things fated instead of allowing things like the universe and our existence to play, right? But remember, even some of the choices we make to go against destiny is actually a part of destiny in its own way, right? Because we always have speed bumps, we always have hurdles, but more importantly, we have ley lines, right? We can go off track a little bit and we have a lot of choices to go off track, but for the most part, we're all going to end up where we need to be, right? We may hit some detours along the way, but we will go where we need to be, right? We're destined to be. So this is that energy. They're just battling with, you know, spirituality and the existence of the 3D world. And I feel like they were more in their 3D energy and now they're starting to awaken. So now they're starting to realize and look in the mirror and say, hey, wait, I'm actually better than what I've been living in, right? There's things here that I need to express that I haven't, okay? So that's what this energy is. So let's go ahead and take a look at, you know, this energy that I was feeling like, where do I start? Where do I begin, right? Spirit, what's going on within this 8 of Swords in reverse? Let it go. Let it be. Yeah, I feel like, obviously, let old bones die, right? Conflicted and struggling them, almost crossing them here. Again, this door is open, okay? They can't let go of the past in the same way that you can't because things were uncertain. So there's still this uncertainty here. And I feel like the more that they come to and look in the mirror, they're addressing here that they never made a decision and they know they need to make a decision because there's unfinished business, okay? So they know, and they're struggling with this really hard. So I feel like when it comes to the way they're thinking about this situation, I feel like they are thinking about all the things they've done. Remember, I feel a little bit of regret within this energy. And so there's a lot of, how do I begin? How do I even start knowing what I've done? Okay. How am I, again, it's how do you change things that you've already done? And so it's going to take this person realizing that they can't change anything. but they can change their actions. They can change the way they act, right, for the future because of these bad choices. So it's about them really, and again, with the honesty in reverse, right, the things they weren't honest with. So this is about them facing their true north here, okay? It's about them struggling with, not letting things be between you two, not being able to shake your energy, not being able to let you go, and acknowledging that you are in their heart. You are a part of them, right? And so they're struggling with this because now they see that they let, poor choices be made, and now they're struggling with the things that they were uncertain with, and now they're still uncertain with it, but yet they know that they can't let this go. They know that this love is pure. They know that this love exists within their heart space, okay? Grounded by autumn. Again, preservation. The separation was made to preserve you guys. Straight up. It was made to, again, make sure that you guys didn't deplete each other because you guys weren't ready in this energy. Straight up. So let's go ahead and look at this mutual space here. Spirit, what's going on within this Page of Wands, within the Five of Cups in reverse, the Empress in reverse, and the Five of Swords, this defeat within emotions and this defeat needing to be made, right? So that people could address their wounds. Libra, so you could address your abandonment issues or giving too much emotions out. Same thing with your person, right? Running away from things and not addressing their true emotions here. Sage, spiritual cleansing, okay? So this separation was made to spiritually clean you guys. It was made for you guys to find your higher self here. Straight up, both of you guys. I feel divine feminine and I feel divine masculine. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, Libra. I feel like a lot of my Libras that are in separation currently are in twin flame journeys. And I feel like this twin flame journey will be coming back around. I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? We also have wisdom in the reverse. Yes, because you guys still had to learn. You guys didn't have the wisdom that was needed. Yeah, creation. This is why things didn't become created, okay? This is why things were never, again, the things you're desiring that you never had start. It never started because you still had to learn. Your person still had to learn. There was spiritual cleaning that needed to be taken place, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at, obviously, this Five of Wands, this competition, but yet also not listening to outer influence and knowing that this connection is a spiritual connection. So let's go ahead and see what's going on. Rosemary, protection. Again, this is just confirming the Two of Cups, right? This connection's protected, okay? Yeah, look, reflection in the reverse, not looking in the mirror. Again, this is why you guys are feeling like you have to fight for this, because you're not looking in the mirror at what you actually are, right? So I feel like you guys are still learning. I still feel like you're still working on self-value, self-truth, right? Realization, working on your higher selves on this path to self. So again, there's an energy of when you feel like you have to compete or you feel like you have to fight for someone's attention or affection or connection, this is when you're not looking in the mirror completely. So Spirit is, again, with caution and warning, saying, hey, if you feel like you're gonna have to fight for something, if you feel like you have no room, or you're not gonna, if you feel like you have to compete, then there's issues within looking in the mirror. So just keep that in mind and grounded with messages. So there's some messages that need to come through, so I will clarify messages for you guys. Spirit, let's go ahead and get a few more cards here for this competition kind of energy, this competitive kind of energy here, fighting for this connection, fighting for this spiritual connection. Let's get one more card, Spirit. One more card, Spirit, when it comes to this Five of Wands, please. Finishing the deck for the final time. Shadow. We also received Black Rose, Morning. Let's get one more. No? Okay. Grounded by the Skeleton Key in reverse. Doors opening. Oh, actually in the reverse. So this is doors being shut. Okay? So look, Spirit's coming through very, very strongly and saying doors will be closed when there is inner conflict. Individually, for both of you guys, when there is inner conflict, doors will be closed. When you're not looking in the mirror, doors will be closed, because this connection is divinely guided with the Two of Cups and protection, okay? Yes, there will be mourning. There will be mourning, right? Look, mourning is a part of the inner conflict. There will be sadness, there will be grief. That's how you address the inner conflict, right? So again, Spirit's really coming through really strong and saying when it comes to feeling like you may have to fight, and this goes for you, cross watcher, as well. When it comes down to you guys feeling like you need to fight for each other, you need to fight for this connection, Spirit's saying that's because you need to look in the mirror. Because when you know, you know. You don't have to question things. The answers are within. You don't have to look without. You don't have to seek tarot for the answers, because you know, right? So again, Spirit's saying, look, a lot of this sadness is your own inner conflict, right? It's about you looking in the mirror for both of you guys here. This is mutual energy, right? Yes, don't worry about it. This connection's protected. This is a Two of Cups. This is spiritual. This is twin flame, right? Soulmate connection. But again, anytime things are needing to be worked on, that's when this separation will take place. That's when this mourning, right, will take place, because it's a part of it. It's actually the inner conflicts that you guys need to face, okay? Summer is at the bottom of the deck with play. I feel like the summer will bring a lot of energy for you guys, a lot of fun energy for both of you guys, whether this is together or separate. It's kind of irrelevant, because if you're in good energy, you're in good energy, and you're not struggling innerly. So if that's even a word. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get these messages. Let's see what's going on within these messages here, and then we will get some ending advice for you guys too, all right? So Spirit, let's go ahead and clarify these messages coming through for my Libra, please. What messages need to come through for Libra? What is going on within these messages? Spirit, show me the messages that need to come through. Okay, that landed on the ground. Hold on. We're going to finish the step. The Hierophant. Commitment's coming, you guys, okay? Let's see. Or maybe your person's in a commitment. Let's see what's going on here. Bad cycle. Yeah, it could be a bad commitment, a bad karmic cycle. They could be in a commitment, and this may be a little bit tricky for them to, hold on. For them to actually do. We did get the Strength card again in reverse. You guys may have Leo in your chart. So this is pertaining to you too, right? So yeah, the bad karma, the bad cycle did land with the Hierophant. The Hierophant did come out in the upright for your message. We also have Hidden, the Fool, not taking that leap of faith in the reverse. We have the Knight of Swords, not communicating, not taking action towards this communication. And we do have the Nine of Wands in conflicting, struggling energy. And then, of course, we had, again, the Strength card. So let's go ahead and see what's going on here, okay? So I do feel like your person may be in a karmic relationship for some of you guys. But I also feel like if you guys don't learn the lessons that's needed and you guys come together, again, it'll be another karmic. You guys will be separated, right? But this commitment is a higher commitment, okay? Not the karmic, not for those. We're just going to go ahead and bypass the karmic. If there's a karmic, let it be, right? It is what it is. I feel like this message coming through, though, is pretty strong when it comes to this spiritual connection between you two. I feel like right now this message of this person not taking action and not communicating and not taking a leap of faith, right, towards this commitment is because there's still karma to be served. And yes, a lot of people with Mercury retrograde ending, a lot of karmic cycles have ended. And I feel like that's what this is. I feel like there's an ending when it comes to this karmic cycle. But I feel like the struggle is the Nine of Swords making the final decision. And obviously within this weakness. So I feel like that's because both of you guys still need to work on this, okay? So let's clarify, and then we will get some ending advice, okay, you guys? Sorry for the long reading. Libra, it is what it is, but clearly these messages needed to come through. So let's go ahead and see why this Strength card is here in reverse. Spirit, why is the Strength here in reverse? What is this weakness? I also feel like, you know, it's about addressing, it's the same thing as looking in the mirror, right? If you're feeling weak, it's because you're not looking in the mirror to focus on why you're feeling weak, right? Eight of Swords in reverse, getting out of your head. So this isn't you. This is actually your person. Your person's trying to get out of their head when it comes to what they did to you. It's like they're looking at you, Libra, and they, in the same energy that you felt weak, that this person depleted you and drained you emotionally, they see that they've done that to you here. Very interesting. So let's get one more card for the Strength in reverse, please. Yeah, Five of Cups. They know they walked away from you and hurt you emotionally here. Okay, they know this. They're addressing this. This is a part of their truth. Spirit, why are they conflicted when it comes to making a decision towards this intimate connection? Let's get one more card. Okay, two more. They're struggling when it comes to their options, right? Their poor choices they made. Again, they're still struggling when it comes to seeing everything within this truth. Again, Ten of Swords. They're conflicted when it came to the way they ended things with you, how to end things. Again, they're struggling when it comes to how to actually take action because of the things they've done here, how they actually treated you, okay? Spirit, what's going on within this lack of actions, lack of communication here with the Knight of Swords in reverse? But that's almost good because you don't want them to come to you in this energy and communicate, because it wouldn't be it'd be a negative energy because they're not completely healed, so it wouldn't be stable. You get what I'm saying? So Spirit is saying that since there's work that needs to be done here, especially lining up with this mirror and inner conflicts, because there are things that need to be worked on. I mean, obviously, you know, it's going to be foolish until, you know, the things are done and taken care of and addressed by looking in the mirror. Ace of Wands, again, this is why the creation's not taking place. This is why the passionate new beginning's not taking place right now. This is why you don't have communication. This is why you don't have action, because both of you guys are still learning the path to self. Page of Swords in reverse. This is why that offer is not coming through that you want, right? This new idea, this new creation, leaving the door open for this person. It's not happening yet because both of you guys are still working out your kinks. Yeah, the struggle is manifesting, creating it, bringing it into the 3D world, okay? Spirit, why is this Hierophant here? What's going on within this Hierophant energy? Taurus energy again as well. Yeah, the Chariot. I feel like you guys are both crossed right now and unbalanced, and this is why this higher commitment hasn't taken place, but the Hierophant is here. This is a higher commitment. This is a higher spiritual level commitment, but right now there's no balance and duality on the path to self, so the balance and duality isn't coming together yet. Again, but look, it's in the same position as the karma was, but it has a little bit more work to do. So again, I feel like the karmic cycle is almost over, but I feel like both of you guys, once you get through this karmic cycle, you're going to actually have to, you know, still have a little bit of ways to go to be fully balanced on your own. Do you get what I'm saying? I feel like once you kind of, again, realize the bad things and the learning lessons that were supposed to be learned, that's when you're still going to have to battle becoming fully balanced. Remember, like I was telling you with this person, Libra, I feel like they never expressed those emotions. They hid them. They kept them bottled up inside. They're starting to realize it. They're starting to look in the mirror, and now they're having regret because, again, it's an overflow of emotions. Same thing with you. I feel like, you know, possibly because you allowed all those emotions to come out, again, you're going to guard your heart. So this is where you're going to have to focus on, once you learn what it is that you're supposed to learn, you're going to have to balance it out. And that's exactly what this is. That's when you get this higher commitment. Okay. Spirit, why is the bad will, the Wheel of Fortune here in reverse, this bad karmic cycle? What is it coming to an end? What's going on within this energy? Yeah. Queen of Pentacles struggling. Okay. Same energy as over here, Libra. Yeah, I feel like anytime you struggle emotionally, that is your karma. That is karma being served. That's something to be learned. And I don't mean karma is being served like you did something wrong, here's your karma. I'm talking about when you don't value yourself, when you are not balanced within your own energy, you're going to live in karmic cycles. Bad things are going to happen because you're lacking wealth, value, consistency, stability within. That's this energy. That's the bad cycle, right? Being in your head, not keeping your thoughts organized, not executing within your own thoughts, within your own being, within your own downloads, right? Or not listening to the downloads that are provided, like your person going against their intuition. Page of Pentacles in the reverse, grounding this energy. This is why foolish offers are made. This is why nothing's ever stable. And this is why the new beginning doesn't start. Okay. So let's go ahead and get some ending advice for you guys. I know that was a lot, Libra. Very, very interesting. Spirit, let's go ahead and get some ending advice for my Libras, please. Let's get some ending advice for Libras when it comes to this connection, when it comes to their journey, their path, when it comes to finding balance. Okay, first up, you did get perspective. There it is, right? None of this matters. Zoom out, find common ground. I'm going to leave it at that, right? Again, it's about looking at all this as nonsense and just zooming out, letting it be, right? And focusing on a different perspective. Grounding this energy with soul family, okay? Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. I feel like there's a need for you to find balance within your own energy. Same thing with your person. And I feel like once that takes place, again, this is when that higher commitment happens. This is when you attain the soul connection that it is you truly desire. And I feel like it's about also leaning on friends and leaning on people to help you during these times, help you when it comes to finding that balance, right? So definitely just remember that you don't have to do this alone. There's people like me that are willing to help. You guys, I do these YouTube readings for you guys, right? Collectively, I do them for you guys to heal, to help the ones who need healing. You guys can comment down below. I may not comment back, but I will incorporate your questions, your energy into my readings. I will think about you when I shuffle the cards. So definitely you know, use it, utilize it. I'm here for you guys and I'm giving it to you guys. So take it, right? With that being said, Libra, that is all I have for you guys. I hope this made sense. I hope this resonates. If it did resonate, drop a comment down below. Let me know. Again, if you have questions that you want me to incorporate into the readings. Now, I'm not going to sit there and drop names and be like, okay, here, this is your message, and do it like that, like a personal reading. But I will focus on your energy and on your questions as I'm shuffling the cards, and they will come through as a collective message, okay? So with that being said, again, Libra, that's all I have for you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Show some love. Also to you guys, don't forget to follow me on TikTok. All of the information is down below in the description box, from booking a personal reading, tipping, donating, the decks that I have within my grasp, minus a few that I need to update and so forth. Remember, you guys, new stuff coming March 1st. I'll see you guys then. Stay blessed, family. Namaste, and I'll see you next time. Bye.